Right now, we're about to get into a video by a channel called KKData. It is called Best-Selling Games Comparison. Now, this is one of those things where it's like they take the number of a specific thing. Maybe it's like world population or money or net value or whatever the statistic is, and they'll add like a visual representation to it. This one in particular is about best-selling games. I think it might be based on the console, so I could be wrong, but I don't think it's basing it off of like, forgive me, someone's out there, taking care of the bushes. I think that it's not so much like just taking all the best-selling games and just like comparing them, but more so like taking the best game of each console. So like the best-selling game on the original Nintendo, the best-selling game on Super Nintendo, the best-selling game on PlayStation, the best-selling game on PlayStation 2, and comparing those. I think that's what it's doing. But anyway, let's go ahead and check this out, see what it has to offer. If you like the channel, be sure to check them out. If this gets put on YouTube, there will be a link in the description that will take you to the original video, and you can use that to access the original channel and subscribe, like, all the other good stuff. But let's do it. Oh, well, maybe it is taking all the actual games themselves. Didn't know Mario Odyssey sold that much. Borderlands 2 sold that much? Again, didn't know. Let me go ahead right now and just let you guys know. The fact that the Pokemon games constantly sell this much and the game is still like a shell of what it could be is just disappointing. Like the level of innovation that should have come to Pokemon at this point in time should be crazy. Now, the reason why they were held back so long is because for the longest time it was a handheld game. So you were kind of limited to the or limited by the hardware that the games were on. But now we don't have that anymore. Like since you've put the games on the home consoles, the game should be amazing, like just groundbreaking, but they don't do it. I mean, if fans are going to keep buying their games and not ask any questions, then it makes sense why they're not going to change anything, because you're going to buy it anyway. Like if I had to spend $1,000 on a product and I had to spend $100,000 on a product, if I knew for a fact you were going to buy it regardless, as a company, I'm going to spend $1,000. Why would I spend $100,000 for a guaranteed sale already? That makes no sense. If you're a company looking to make money. Now, if you're just a passionate person that loves video games that want to make the best product possible, then yeah, but I don't think that Game Freak and the Pokemon company are that. It's a comment on both of them. The company for being lazy and the fan base for being complacent. The DS was just going nuts. See, I do wish they would have had like notes on the bottom, because I've reacted to videos or channels very similar to this. This could be the same one actually, that have done stuff similar to this, but they'll have like a note whenever something like a milestone is done. Like Nintendogs, for example. I think I could be wrong, but isn't Nintendogs the highest selling Nintendo DS game? Why does it say Nintendo GS? I think they meant to put Nintendogs right there, but oh, it does say Nintendogs. They have a space between the D, the O, and a G. I'm tripping, but normally whenever they have like a milestone, they'll have like an extra bit of information right here that says like highest selling game on Nintendo DS, highest selling game on Sega Genesis, or something like that. Like to let me give people more information. FIFA. Connected Venture sold that much. There's no way. There's no way in hell. Unless it came bundled with like the console by default. But this is looks like Connect for the 360, so I don't think that Connect for the 360 came like bundled with the 360. I know it came bundled with Connect probably, but Connect is like, did that many people buy Connect? 24 million? He said FIFA is even worse with this than Pokemon. EA as a whole is kind of worse than Pokemon when it comes to that. Like, not just FIFA, but when you look at Madden, when you look at NBA Live when it was still being made, they really like did not care. And the only reason why Pokemon gets away with it is because there's no real competition. They don't have another monster capture game that captivates people like Pokemon does. But once something like that comes out, Pokemon's in trouble. Super Mario Brothers 3, which is probably my favorite Super Mario game of all time. I mean, it's tough between that and Super Mario World, but I think I'll go with Super Mario 3. Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Great Pokemon games. Smash Brothers Ultimate. Breath of the Wild, a game I gotta get at some point. Honestly, wasn't a fan of GTA 4. It was fun when it came out, but I still liked San Andreas better. Sun and Moon was ass. Don't really play the Call of Duty games too much. There we go, Super Mario World. It came bundled with the Super Nintendo though, so that kind of makes it iffy. Duck Hunt as well. Duck Hunt came bundled with the Nintendo. Pokemon Gold and Silver. Pokemon Gold and Silver is still my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I'll throw Heart Gold and Soul Silver in there too, because they're essentially the same, like a upgrade remake. I was in love with this game when it first came out. Like, I was someone that was swept up in the initial Pokemon, like Pokemania, when it first happened in the late 90s. Me and King Rutherford, we essentially bonded over Pokemon. Like, that was one of the games that really like made us friends. That and Final Fantasy, we played the hell out of those games. The original Pokemon game when it came out, he had the I think it was Pokemon Blue. I think he had Pokemon Blue. I didn't get it until later, but I got Pokemon Yellow. I felt mine was an upgrade because on my game, I could get all three of the starters, and I had a Pikachu, and there was a lot more you can do in Pokemon Yellow compared to Pokemon Blue, because Pokemon Yellow was like an upgrade to Pokemon Blue. So I always felt like I had a bit of superiority over him because I had a superior game. When Pokemon Gold and Silver came out, that was the first time me and him like planned ahead. Like, okay, you get this one, I get this one. I'm gonna get a link cable. We're gonna trade Pokemon. We're gonna do this, that, and the other. Like, that was the first one that we like had an organized plan when it came to like what we wanted to do with the game. Well, the thing with Duck Hunt was there was no purchase involved. Duck Hunt came bundled with the original Nintendo. That's the reason why it sold so much, because if you bought a Nintendo, you got Duck Hunt. Human Fall Flat. I think I might have seen it, but I never like played it. Didn't know Witcher 3 sold that much. Skyrim is cheating. That's like 2 million for every year it's been out. I've never really been a fan of the Animal Crossing games either. To me, like, I was big into Sims when Sims came out, and for me, Animal Crossing just felt like a cheap version of Sims. Like, it felt like a simplified, dumbed down version of The Sims. So I always like looked like Animal Crossing. Like, it's okay for kids and people that don't really play video games, but if you want a true like life simulator, then you get Sims. Now I know at the time I was kind of stupid. Animal Crossing has like a somewhat different audience, but that was my feelings at the time. Music kind of switched up on me. Almost like a bit of a jump scare. Pac-Man. I wonder if for Pac-Man they include like the arcade cabinets that were sold. Also, I wasn't paying attention in the background. Are they like advancing the consoles too? Yeah, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. See, I was obsessed with Sims at one point also. That was until they bumped up the price of their expansion packs. See, when I was younger, The Sims was $49.99 and the expansion packs were about $20. And they would have stuff packs that came out also that were like cheaper than that. But at some point, Sims went from that to now it's like it's $60 for the base game, and each individual game is like $50. Not individual. Each expansion pack is like $50, and it's like, hell no, I'm not spending that much money on no damn Sims. Like, no, I'm not spending that much money on Sims. So I kind of just like fell off of it at that point. Like, hell no. I used to love The Sims. I used to mod the hell out of The Sims. And The Sims had some great mods. Like, it had stuff that they could put into the game before the expansion packs could. So like, you can have a mod that makes it so that like you have a fame system and you can become a celebrity and things like that. Eventually they like added that into the game, but like you can do a lot of stuff before the expansion packs really had a chance to touch on it. Well, they don't. The thing with Sims is they don't really have any major sales. Like the Sims games is like Nintendo games. Like they very rarely do sales. I would love for them to have like a bundle package that just has all the stuff inside of it for like $100. Just have every expansion that came out for that particular game, all the stuff packs and everything, all like bundled into one. It's just usually they wait until they're done with the game. Like they have to once the last expansion pack for that game comes out, then they'll start thinking about doing something like that. But the thing is, they're still like making expansions for Sims 4. Like they haven't moved on yet. They need to get Sims 5 out. The original Super Mario Brothers. PUBG. Wii Sports. Again, that was a bundled game. Wait, hold up. What's the difference between Tetris and Tetris EA? What's the difference between the two? And why would you separate them? I don't know. That sucks, Alicia. You can buy an external CD-ROM, I believe. You can like plug it in using a USB port. I'm sure they have one of those. Just buy an external one. And if you know how to, like, if you look up how to make images of CDs, I mean, you own it, so you should be able to do that. And then you can like make it digital, something like that. GTA 5, been released forever. And I believe number one is Minecraft. Yep. Yeah. Well, Minecraft is the number one game of all time. I know about that. But again, at this point, you're talking about like games that were released across multiple different platforms or games that were bundled with consoles when they came out. Those are usually the ones that sell the most because it's like you have so many different opportunities to get it. And when I was talking about like Sims not having sales, I meant like even during Black Friday, like the sales are very mediocre, like $10 off or something. Like it's not a lot. And you play Mario Kart on a laptop in terms of size of game. Um, I guess. I mean, they have like emulators and stuff, so technically you could. Plan on being buried with your Sims 2 collection. um, yeah, I mean, I love Sims 3 because it was like you had the whole neighborhood and you can just like expand and go out and you didn't have to worry about loading screens and stuff. I thought that was a pretty cool feature. Sims 4, one of the things I hate the most about Sims 4 is you can't really edit the neighborhood. Like in Sims 1 and 2 and I believe 3 also, like you could like lay down different lot sizes and you can put them wherever you want it so that you can like let's say you want to make a house or you download a house off of whatever the hell the sharing thing is. And the only lot that you have that's available in your neighborhood is like 20 by 40, but the house you're trying to put down is 60 by 60. You can't put it down. In old games, you can get rid of that lot and put down a vacant area that's 60 by 60, then you can put the house on it. Now, you can't do that. Like, you'd have to find a whole nother neighborhood that has one of those available. And if it isn't, then you have to like bulldoze a house that is 60 by 60 and replace it. I mean, you could download custom neighborhoods, but like, then you gotta like fill the neighborhoods up too. Normally, when you buy customized neighborhoods, it only comes with empty lots. So you have to like put down houses and uh, buildings and stores and stuff in order to like fill in the neighborhood.